Why did you decide to become a classical player instead of other types of music?
That's that's what I grew up listening to, was classical music. My mother played classical music from the time I can possibly remember until she passed away a couple of years ago, and that was pretty much, aside from a little bit of music, which was painful to listen to. Classical was pretty much the only thing we listened to at home, and she loved a lot of the Baroque composers. So I listened to a lot of that, and that's incredibly pleasing to the ear, especially as a kid. It's very calming. And then one year, she received a record as a gift from my grandfather, and it was a recording of Jascha Heifetz's final concert, his retirement concert. And I got totally hooked on listening to the Bach Chaconne, and I just couldn't stop listening to it. And I listened to it over and over and over and over again. And I think I was 4 by that point, and she said at 3 I had already started to ask for a violin. And so at 4 she finally gave in and started asking around. And at that time in Iowa City, there was a woman who's actually a very well-known Suzuki teacher, Doris Brussel, who had just started to put her school together. And so she bought this very old schoolhouse in town, and my parents actually were some of the people that went and helped sweep it up and clean it up and get it ready for students and things like that. And so that's when I started taking lessons, was when I was 4. But I mean, I listen to all kinds of music now. Everything I can get my hands on, I'll listen to. And I've been trying to, expose my daughter to everything too, just because I think it's good for her, But she's not really into classical like I am. Partly maybe because I listen when I do drive around in the car and stuff. I listen probably more to alternative and some pop, depending on how good the singer is. And that's mostly what she's been growing up listening to. But I'll play mariachis for her, or I'll play, Latino pop music for her, or things like that, just to, get some stuff in her ear that she hasn't heard before.